Okay, good morning. So this morning we talk about meditation. We talk about the web. We talk about divine matrix. We talk about consciousness. We talk about financial energy. We talk a lot of things about the universe, how the universe is connected, and how each other connected, how our health connected, how our well-being connected, how we are connected as in relationships with each other, with the animals, with the different planets, and let's say with the neighborhood, just a simple thing. And later on, we're going to talk about a little bit of connection. Before we do that, let's do a little bit of meditation, okay? All right, let's just calm down. One of the things about meditation, as I mentioned many times, is about the calmness. It's about the silence. It's about the emptiness. The emptiness doesn't mean you don't have anything, you don't think anything. What I see is that emptiness is empty out the trashes and empty out the chaotic thinking, empty out the thoughts, empty out all these attachments of emotions, attachment of spams, attachment of all kinds of chaotic, messy signals. And that's what it is about. Because this morning, even I just turned on the radio, and I immediately hear, okay, there's so many negative things around. We don't have anything positive. When I hear that, I just turn it down. I don't have to turn on. Why? Because I don't need the negative messages. Because she's about to unleash all these negative messages around. Because I don't need that. Because if I want to keep the good, healthy body and healthy mind, I need to purify and that emptiness. That means I cannot have all these junk signals, all this trash in my cup. I need to empty the cup, and then so that when the cup is empty and I have all kinds of potential, I can put anything that is what I want to put over there. That means that something's positive, something's with great health, something with a great mind, something is in resonance with the universal consciousness, with the divine matrix, so to speak. All right, let's do that. And so we start as usual with simple meditate on the breath. Meditate and expand with that consciousness. And then from that breath, expansion of the breath to expansion of the mind to the calmness, to transcend to that supreme matrix. Let's take a deeper breath. When you breathe calmly, you begin to feel, consciously feel that scalp, that shoulder muscles, that spinal cord, that cervical cord, that arm, you may feel some tightness. You may feel some attention. With that observation, with that attention, you will see the changes are happening. The changes are laying out. As you breathe deeply and slowly, you begin to see with your inner eye the transformation of your conscious energy. You begin to see the inner connection of all the compartments, of all the channels, of all the cells of that 100 trillion begin to connect together like a web. Communicate with each other. Calm with each other. Resonant with each other. Vibrate that are similar, that are synchronize the frequency, like a dancing with the orchestra. Dancing in symphony. Rhythmic. With a harmonious melody. Here and there, you will see that openness. As you get deeper and deeper into your inner consciousness, you more observe a deep state of mind that full of space, full of potentiality, so vast, limitless, empty space. That empty space is full of potential. Breathe deeply. Be aware of the surroundings. Aware of your outer consciousness. Raise your hands up all the way to the sky. Breathe in. Breathe out. Meditation is about a connection. It's about an inner connection. Sort of like you are part of this network. This network is, you have a small network of that human body. of 100 trillion cells. And you go down even smaller, microscopically, the amoeba cells become, you have simple cells. The simple cells, and you have molecules, atoms, quarks. And you go down again, and you have the particles, and you have waves. And you go down again, it's a potentiality. There's no waves. There's nothing. That means that nothing doesn't mean you don't have anything. But nothing is nothing visible. Even use any equipment, any microscopic equipment, anything cannot be detected. Even the energy cannot be detected. That means you don't have anything. It is empty. That's true. That is the ultimate void. That void, that's the universe. The whole universe has that void. The universe is made out of that void. That void is the matrix. When Albert Einstein sees that, and he designed, according to that web, he designed special relativity, and he designed general relativity. And then many other people begin to formulate, and of course he borrowed from other people too. And you have his mentor, the father of quantum physics, Max Planck. Planck, a lot of things in Planck scale, Planck formula. And Dr. Planck said that behind anything of the cosmos, the visible cosmos, is that spirit, is that energy, that consciousness. So the consciousness is ultimately the potential. The consciousness is, you have human consciousness, you have earth consciousness, and then you have galaxy consciousness, you have universal consciousness, and beyond this unified universe, you possibly have multiverse, but doesn't matter. That consciousness is sort of like a divine consciousness. It's sort of like a matrix. That's according to Max Planck's language. That matrix is the behind of everything. That conscious matrix, the divine matrix, is become everything. And each being, that's including Dave and Brad and everybody else, is the participating agent of that matrix. Whatever you do, whatever you think you're going to influence the matrix. If you have very, very minimum idea, minimum energy, minimum sound waves or energy waves, you're going to give minimum waves. And the waves are going to be diminished very quickly. However, if that wave, you give strong wave, which is a very confirmed wave, that wave very, very firm wave, that wave very, very sure, with the total commitment, total devotion, total attention, total believe, without wavering, without wiggling, without any doubts. And that wave becomes a strong wave. That wave, that energy wave will penetrate, permeate into more people. More people begin to take that wave, also begin to have more ripple effect. That's what it is. It doesn't matter, it's health, energy, psychological health energy, and physical health energy, community health energy, or financial healthy energy. It's the same thing. It's go around, everything is with the same effect. As I mentioned before, I need $1 million. That's just reality. When that's 1996. And then when I begin to vibrate that wave, and then I connect with a lot of people. A lot of people do not believe what I said. I'm going to pay it back. And they ask me to do bankruptcy. I was an instructor at the university. I was paid very, very minimum. There's no way, according to that phenomenon, there's no way I can pay that $1 million. Yeah, because the barely to survive. But I don't see that way. I don't see from that material sense. I don't see from that static or statistics financial sense, or from a Schwab financial institution charts. What I see is from the energy, the metrics, the conscious metrics. That energy wave, what I see is if I vibrate enough wave and have more people respond, and the people who connect with me have more people respond. That's in reality. Suddenly within 1 year, I have people from all over the world asking me to do seminars. I did 200 cities within 5 years. 200 cities did seminars. People pay me minimum $3,000 per seminar. That means per weekend. That's what it is. $3,000 minimum per weekend. And then every Friday, Sheriff Harry Lee asked me to teach his senior citizens, teach the cops in Jefferson Parish outside of New Orleans. Sheriff Harry Lee was a good friend of mine. He just wanted me to help his constituents and his group people who supported him, the senior centers, the churches, the covenants. I teach 5 classes. He paid me $100. Normally I charge $500 per hour, but he paid me $100. No problem. You don't pay me, I still help the senior citizens. Each day I help 200 senior citizens a day. So, and then you help a lot of people, and then financial comes into being, and everybody begin to respond, from Brazil to Canada to everywhere. So you can see it's responding. That's the financial energy. Health energy, for example. When I got sick, really sick, when I was young, I lost all my hair, and I began to meditate. I want hair come back, because I have, there was not a single hair in my everywhere, anywhere. So it's a disease, and then they don't have any medicine for it. I said, people give me all kind of therapies. I said, I go back to my origin, meditation. So I did meditation. I did different nutrition, and basically vegetables, different nutrients, different herbs. From the Chinese medical standpoint of view, and then within 3 months, everything come back. If you have that devotion, if you put full attention, if you put all your consciousness without wavering, doubts, without any other interruptions, interferences, and you will accomplish. That's how the world is accomplished. Einstein said, human beings have one thing different from other animals, is that imagine. That's why 2 years ago I had this conference called Global Zen Conscious Conference. I invited scientists, thinkers, futurists, and to come to Atlanta to talk about consciousness, talk about the divine matrix, that conscious matrix. And so many people come to the conference. They have such a beautiful, that's including the speakers, such a beautiful experience. And everybody enlighten each other. Everybody help each other. Everybody resonate with each other. That's how that world is created. From that matrix, a lot of things created. A lot of sub-companies created. A lot of organization created. A lot of business created. A lot of AI companies created. That's how beautiful it is. That human's mind. That conference is called Imagine and Beyond. And this year we're supposed to do, but we have this pandemic. But in the future we're going to do again and again in different countries. It's about consciousness. It's about recreate that humanity, recreate that business. That business is going to be more harmonious, resonate with each other, in greater humanity. And within that divine matrix, and in resonant with the divine matrix, and then with the health of the divine matrix. Today we have all these kind of pandemic, we have all these signals, we have all these negative things that's also influence the divine matrix. That's reality. Whatever you good or bad, negative, positive, junk, spams, you all dump into the divine matrix. What I see, is it chaos? Yeah, it is chaos. Is it pretty bad crisis? It is. However, within the crisis, in Chinese, the crisis means then it's called a 危机. What is 危 means danger. 机 means what? Opportunity. So danger, opportunity, that combined the two words. So that means with a dangerous situation, you need to see beyond that dangerous situation. You need to see that opportunity. That's what I see. Why we have danger? Just disease danger. Any disease give you a danger, give you the opportunity to see you have this danger. It's time to turn around. It's time to do different ways. It's time to change the strategy. It's time to tender totally different maneuver, totally different manifestation, totally different direction, totally different design. So that means your healthy body, you have, let's say I have cancer. If I have cancer, that means I was warned by what? By my body. I have a lot of cancer cells because I did so many things that was wrong. I dumped so many garbage in my body. I dumped so many negative information in my body. I dumped so much chaotic waves into my body. What am I going to do? I need to turn around. Otherwise, that body is gone. So what I want to do is purify my toxic energy, purify the negative energy, purify all the trashes, take the trash out. Think about it. You have a house. And then you dump the trash over there every single day. You never take trash out. And some people do. It's smelly. And you continuously dump trash in. Do you think the house is going to be pretty? The house is going to be clean? The house is going to be healthy? It's the same thing as a human body. We consistently to dump things, the wrong thing into our body. Yesterday, was it yesterday? Or the day before yesterday, we had an interview with one of my students. And he had a heart attack. He put a lot of bridges. What happened? He said, I did Taiji, I left Taiji. He left the Taiji probably about 4 or 5 years. And he thought he's invisible. He did Taiji, he did meditation, and he didn't know. And he think his health was good. He no longer do it. Now 5 years, everything come back. Just take 5 years, and he was totally crashed. And after the surgery, he wanted to live. He came back, and the health becomes back again. That's how it is. He began to clean up. He could begin clean up the fatty acid. He began clean up the cholesterol. He began clean up all these vessels, and then begin to realize that all the junk food he ate every single day is not going to be contributing a good status into his health. So that's what it is about. It is about your health. It's you take that responsibility to clean up every single day, to give that a positive wave, to give that a information that it really help you to keep you healthy in mind, in body, in relationship, in community, in financial energy, in physical energy, in psychic energy. That's what it is. So each person is responsible. Each cell is responsible. Each amoeba is responsible. Each body is responsible. But that body with the community, that community is responsible. Everybody help each other, and everybody is going to be well. Everybody is going to be healthy and wealthy. What I say over here, wealthy is not just a financial wealthy. The wealthy is in that potentiality, that enrich the mind, that enrich the body, and then enriched financial energy, bank account as well, because you need that to, even though financial energy is a symbol, it's a tool. However, you need that to circle. You need that circle to be healthy so that it can have that emotion to be efficient, to be harmonious, to be balanced, to have that great homeostasis. But that vibration that starts from a good, harmonious circulation, harmonious cooperation, harmonious vibration, harmonious connection. That means the community need to connect with each other. The listeners and then the broadcasters need to communicate with each other. And the sender synchronize with each other, resonate with each other, and things will happen. For example, this station. Okay, let's say this station needed some financial support. And I don't see the community refused to help this station. People donate $10, $5, $100, $200, $1,000, whatever. People will do that. Why? Human being, remember. Each human being has that compassion deep inside. Human being has that love deep inside. Human being has that resonance with each other. Human being has that connection with each other. Human being has that empathy, that sympathy, that resonant connection with each other. When you feel something, and everybody's gonna feel it. Everybody help each other. And I don't see like a financial energy. It's belong to somebody, to belong to one person, to belong to another person. That's the wrong view. Why? Because nobody can hold that long. The energy will circle around, will distribute it, will be distributed. Only if that person is working hard, if that person really care about, if that person really want to do something about with that financial energy, and that person will get, because that person is responsible with the financial energy, is accountable with that financial energy, and that financial energy will come to that person. That person will vibrate that financial energy and to distribute appropriate ways and to use in appropriate sense. And just like a group of people, a group of us, we say, and I work with the United Nations, I work with the different companies, I work with different institutions. I don't have any money, but I have a lot of money at the same time. Why? Because this money, this financial energy belongs to everybody. That's why I talked about this, because from the health standpoint, from financial health and physical health, mental health, it's all about health. Since David talked to me about the station and needed some attention on the financial health, and I see. And when that is vacant, something will push in. But that financial energy has to be clear vibration. That formula has to be clear. That attraction has to be sufficient. That energy has to be vibrate into the community, into the universe. And this station will be standing tall. This station will be expanding. This station will be vibrating, not only in this small community, but beyond. That's how it works. That's precisely how it works. Remember this guy, there was a guy, and used to be, and a small station he bought in Atlanta. His name is Ted Turner. He was devastated. I remember, he told me that he was devastated about this, his health, because he has a little bit anxiety problems, and he has a lot of other problems. He even want to get some, he even want him end his life. But when that energy turns around, when he expanded, when he turns around and forgot about those emotions, when he begin to break out that stagnant energy, stagnant thoughts, stagnant emotions, and when he break out of that, and he came out, and his energy began to expand, and everything becomes positive, and his little station becomes bigger and bigger and bigger, and he got a CNN. Everybody probably heard of CNN. Everybody probably heard of Ted Turner Broadcasting Company. Everybody had that small, devastated time. Why? Because they put so much, and they become more stagnant, and then almost dead. However, during that break point, that means diseased break point, that is a crisis. When they break out of that crisis, when they break out of that panic situation, an opportunity comes in. Why? You have the ceiling. You break out of the ceiling, you see the sky. You break out of the crisis, you see the opportunity. That's what this station is about. This station will. But you got to set up the right mind, right programs, right consciousness, right vibration, right circulation, right mindset. Everything expand. I promise 100%, because I see thousands of times. Thousands of evidence. Not only just myself, I see around. I just interviewed how many people last week? Last week I interviewed Janet, because for my program, for the PBS program, and then they want to do the interview. Do a short film on the PBS about me, about what I do, about this. It's about the universe. It's not just me, just that representation of one human being. doesn't the ordinary human being, that a human being, and then connect with other human beings, and the whole everybody benefited, thousands of people, and thousands of others benefited. We interviewed Janet. Janet, as I mentioned before, and she had cancer, 1990s, and then she did meditation. However, she got into this chaos. Back to the chaos, back to the the panic things, back to the stress, back to the troubles. And she was the vice president of Austin Hospital System. If you go to New Orleans area, you are here, the hospital. She was the vice president. She was the CFO, of the hospital system. But she was so stressed out. And then when she met me 2008, and we get into the Taiji, we get into the meditation, we get into the Zen Taigong. And then everything changed. And then I suggested her to quit her job. I'm a vice president, I need to hold on to it. Get out of it. So she get out of that job as a vice president of the health system, because it's not a health system. She was in a diseased system. That's what it is. Because this hospital is a disease care. And she got a lot of fights, a lot of financial problems. I said, I need to get out of the system and then redo it. So what she did, she began to do meditation only. Meditation in prayer, that's a meditation. That's a pure meditation. Prayer to God, that's a meditation. And without all this chaos, transcend. And meditation with awareness, the deeper state of mind meditation, and connect to the divine, and metrics, and then meditation and the flowers. That's also connection. Just the plant flowers, plant plants, plant things, and go out to nature. And she did all that. The stage 4 cancer spread all over the body. You think about it, 2008. 3 days ago, I said, do you have anything in health? I said, well, I have everything in my health. I just don't have any disease. That's all. You think about it. That's the situation. So stage 4 spread all over the body, and then she's healthy. She's totally younger than 2008 I met her. When she came to see me with a fragile, almost dead body. Human beings have that ability, that innate intelligence to vibrate that consciousness, vibrate that intelligence, express that intelligence externally into the body, into the mind, into the surface, into that interface, and you interact with the people. I just interviewed her, a few days ago. That was Wednesday. I went over there. So what I see is that, Susan is the same thing. We also interviewed Susan from Mobile, and she cried. She cried because she thinks that I saved her life. I said, no, I didn't. Why? The universe saved her life. I just pointed to give her information. I told her, open the window of the universe. That's all it is. She let her see the universe over there, the divine matrix over there. And as she interviewed, she said she could have died because she had 6 friends together. All of them died because all of them used to have the same situation, the negativity. She was the one, still had a connection with them, but they all passed away. She was the only one survived from all that group. So, and they not only survived, she survived not only 10 years out of them, 20 years out of them, but she continues. She doesn't, she used to take I mentioned this before, 9 drugs. She got rid of all the drugs. The devastating, information to her. Say, how can I get all these drugs? Because the doctor told me these drugs keep me alive. Which is not true. It's the body, that inner intelligence that keep you alive. That divine matrix keep you alive. That God, consciousness keep you alive. That's what it is. But if you participate into that system, one is separate yourself from the system. One, get back to the system. That system is not just a simple system. It's that matrix, the whole matrix. So that's a healthy body and healthy mind I talk about. Because this is not come out of nowhere. It is come out of everywhere. And in Christian, from Jesus, healing, everybody heard Jesus healing at that time. Jesus healing is what healing? It's the same thing. It's about divine healing. It's about universal conscious healing. And all the way to ancient Greeks, it's the same thing. All the way to ancient China, ancient India, and all these people in the ancient times, and then they see that matrix of the divine. And today we separate ourselves. We think it matters. We see the material things. We see the things right in front of us. We separate ourselves. We only see that fragmentation of that small appearance right in front of us. However, that universe is infinite. It's so large. It's so expanded. It's unthinkable from that little tiny mind, the tiny brain. However, when that tiny brain or that tiny transmission mind connected with the divine matrix, connected with the universe in the consciousness, connected with that soul of the universe, everything changed. You are as powerful as the divine. You are as powerful as the universe. You are as powerful as anything or the universe does, because you are no longer yourself. So that means when we are each person, like David, for example, like me, for example, if we resonate with each other and resonate with more people resonate with more people, everybody within that circle, everybody with that matrix, and people begin to resonate more people, and everybody within that circle will become healthy in body, healthy in mind, healthy emotion, healthy in finance, healthy in relationship, healthy in everything you touches. Why? Each person touches everything, that thing will be healthy. Why? Because if everybody in it, that will manifest, that will give the ripple effect to the community. I mentioned that before in Washington, D.C., the meditation. Let me give you another example of meditation, that vibration. In one of the villages in China, in west of China, and this village, the village has so many people and had cancer because of the radiation problems. And the group of like 24 people, they started with one person, and then this one person convinced the 24 people. The 24 people convinced the 150 people. They begin to meditate. They meditate every single day. They meditated for 5 years. All the people who have cancer, everybody had cancer. Everybody survived. Every single person survived because they meditated every single day together. Even they separate, they still meditate. They survived not only 10 years, they survived not only 30 years, they survived way beyond that. The story was documented in one of the documentaries in China. So you can see this manifestation, this vibration is giving so much evidence everywhere. So that's why the meditation is so important. The meditation is not just sitting over there, mumbling. The meditation is put a full attention, full commitment. Put your mind, your heart into it. deep into that consciousness, observe and deep into the consciousness with the right intention, with the right consciousness, with the right direction, with the right vibration, with the right sound, the sound of speech, whatever you say, that's very important. All that vibration got to be coherent. All that vibration got to be resonant with each other. All the vibration got to be synchronized. So when that vibration is not chaotic here, there, and then they disturb each other and destroy each other, but they're coming together in strength. They come into together more in strength, more coming together more strength, more vibration, just like the fire begin to expand. That's how it works. That's how the community works. That's how the body works. That's how each cell works. That's how each group, each organization work. And then when we see that, we must do it. What I say we must do, we must commit it to action. The action gives that vibration. The action, when you get into it, participating, talk about it is one thing, because your mind is stuffed with all kinds of other things. When you get into it with the action, with the real performance, and everything else is secondary, because that's when your energy begins to really vibrate. That's when you take that action. That action becomes manifestation of a reality. So from imagine, from formulas to conception, to ideas, to conceive ideas, and to action, and to receiving. And then accept with grace, accept with gratitude. That's how that works. I probably say that many times over here, and I would like to say that again, because of that vibration, because of that information, because of that message, because of that I call it unconscious way penetrated into the universe. That information and that vibration penetrated and resonate with each other, echo with each other, and then they become doubled of that strength, and then raise up into different level, and that realization is produced. That realization is manifested. That how that visible reality, what we call it, is created. Okay, we're gonna get a few words from Dave, and what Dave want to express. No, he didn't say he want to express. I want to see if he can express himself some way, and then to the community, and everybody help each other and resonate with each other.
Like this show, we do a lot of different shows, many different shows, everything from that other stations won't do, and that is, we do a lot and appreciate our veterans, our first responders, our military of all sorts, and we also do a lot of medical shows that we want people to know, listen and know and have a choice. And that's what the station's about, is that we educate, or we try to educate, both from a historical standpoint to current events. And we support some of our political leaders and some of our political candidates, as a matter of fact. But I guess the main thing is that we're here for the public and trying to bring things to the public that other stations won't bring, like meditation this somebody might look at this like, why are you doing this? And we're doing it because I believe in meditation, and the gentleman that introduced us is a good friend, and he does a program, and I just you and I got along, and I wanted to do a show on meditation and how much it can help people. That we're going through times that, and I've said this many times, what we have been going through in the United States, in the world, if there was a book up on the shelf that you could pull down and read and say, this is what we're supposed to do now, and there's not. And that's where meditation comes in very strongly. And so, yes, we need some support. Not everybody wants to sponsor some of our shows, and yet they're very valuable shows, and they serve a very valuable purpose. And people can go on our website to, we have a place that you can become a patron, and 5, 10, 20, 30, 50, whatever you want to do per month, and it'll go towards keeping our programming on the air.
This is what I see. People are compassionate people. People have the connection, and people have also emotions, and people have that inner love. And it doesn't matter. Some people admit it, some people may not admit it, but they see or not see. But internally, everybody has that intelligence. What I say is the ultimate intelligence is the love of connection, the love of humanity, the love of as a being, as alive, the connected, interconnected. It doesn't matter people are recognized or not. We all have that connection. We all resonate with each other. We all resonate with that energy. And then people see that, and then people will. And until people see. So this is what I always tell my students. I do not help people who do not want to help themselves. I do not help people who doesn't want to step up. I do not want to talk to anybody head off if they are not ready. So what I see is when people are ready, people will step on the pedestal. People will step in the spotlight. People will step on that field and to help themselves and to help each other, to echo each other. And that's what it is about. So, and this, I think the program I'm doing here is also help the community. People say, oh, why you do over here? And then one of my friends told me, okay, do they pay you? That's I don't. But if I can help 10 people, if I can help 100 people, if I can help 1,000 people over here, I get the most benefit out of it. When I talk, I'm the person get a benefit. Why? Because when I resonate with each individual, my energy vibrate with them, synchronize with them, resonate with them, and then I see, and we transform with each other, and we connect with each other. And that vibration, that energy will expand. That's most beneficial. Oh yeah. And when you do that, you see the universe is changing. And everybody is a participant. It is a participant, not separate from it. And we say, okay, we are individual. No, we are not an individual. We are individual, indivisible, responsible being, and with the whole. That's what it's about. I think this station will be expand. This station will get a lot of support. Trust me. If you resonate that energy, if you vibrate the right energy, and with everybody else will vibrate energy with more people, and that circle of circumference will be expanding, and then that divine matrix will be touched. And when we tap into that divine matrix, and everything else is history. Thank you.
You're listening to America's Web Radio on the Americas Broadcast AmericasBroadcastNetwork.com. Thank you for listening. You're listening to America's Web Radio on the AmericasBroadcastNetwork.com. Thank you for listening.
This is DeRu inviting you to listen to America's Homegrown Veggie Show right here every Saturday morning at 10 Eastern Time. Great guests, great tips, and valuable information about growing your own vegetables, fruits, and herbs.
You're listening to America's Web Radio, your voice in the matter.
Order a